Hello, everyone. You are listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio, broadcasting live from Yollocalli in Little Village with La Mesita. My name is Nine, and I am here with our special guest, Adam Stone. Adam is a singer, songwriter, rapper, producer, and musician from Monterrey, Mexico. Adam is a trilingual speaker, which gives him the ability to connect with his audience. His music contains elements from different genres. He mixes alternative and indie rock with hip-hop rhythms and distinguished blues guitar lines that add texture along with melancholic spatial piano sounds. Currently studying music in Columbia College, Chicago, he locks himself every day in his room and writes a song per week. The purpose is to combine his influences in order to create a fresh style, make the shows about the audience, and tell the story of his life. From Mexico to the rest of the world, your favorite host, Adam Stone. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very good, very excited,
That's awesome.
very happy.
How was your morning?
Was kind of tough, I guess. I
Tough?
kind of almost overslept. My parents were calling me all the time, and I didn't have breakfast. So yeah, but I bought a conchita, so let's go.
Awesome. So who is Adam Stone?
Oh, okay. So he's a ghost that comes all the way from Mexico. He plays music. He tries to, as you read, mix all of those new sounds, and he likes to wear a ghost when he's playing on stage, which represents another side of himself. And yeah, pretty much what you read is what I am.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
So you play a lot of instruments, right? Can you tell us about them and how you got involved with those
Okay.
instruments?
Yeah, sure. So the first instrument I ever played was piano because my parents forced me to play piano. You know how they're like, oh, my child has to play. So they just, I had like a private teacher, started playing piano, like classical music, and I hated it so much. I had like 5 different teachers as well because all of them make me cry. And but at the same time I like to play drums, so they told me like, okay, you can play drums but you have to play piano at the same time. So I was okay, well, I'll play both of them. And then when I was in 5th grade I started playing saxophone for my school band. And then I got into bass, I think. But when I started writing music and I was like, okay, this is it, was when I started playing guitar and singing. So there are like 6 instruments, I don't know, I mean, I can play 6 instruments, I think, or 7. I don't know. Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I like guitar, and I started hating the piano because of my past. But at the end, I actually play piano, so I really like it. It's I think if you can play piano, you can play any other instrument. But I think I like playing pretty much all of them. I should get back to them because I mean it's a whole different world, and it's cool.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So I know that on your Facebook there's a picture from 2012 of your little sister playing the drums next to you.
Yes.
Is there anyone else in your family involved with music production?
No, actually, no. Not even her. I recluded her and told her you need to play drums because I don't have any drum player. No, yeah, nobody plays any sort of instrument. No one. And yeah, so when I really got into music and I was like, I need to start playing. I need like a band. I need someone. And like the only person who was there all the time was my sister. So I told her, I locked her in my room. I told her I'm gonna teach you some cool beats, and I hope you can play them. I'm sorry that I apologize right now for screaming 6 years ago. I don't know when it was, but yeah, yeah. I have to thank her for that.
That's awesome. So what's your family support like in regards to you being involved with music?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, it's been great. My dad, I have to thank him so much because at the beginning, you know, I think they had to kind of like, well, this is a story. When I was in private lessons with like piano, my teacher was always saying like, oh, he's gonna grow up and he's gonna be a musician. And my dad, he works at a bank, and he was the whole time, no, he's gonna work in a bank. And then little by little, I just started noticing that I was getting more into music and less into math and chemistry and all those things. Yeah, I think he accepted the fact that I wanted to do music, and he started supporting me like you have no idea. Like he started reading like music business books, and he didn't have it to read them. He works right now in a bank. In his free time, he tries to get more informed about all those things. My mother, she was going to support me. My grandparents as well. And yeah, so the support has been very good. So that's cool.
That's awesome. Have they ever seen you perform live?
Yeah, not recently because I've been playing here instead of in Mexico. But yeah, every time that I could, I invited them. last before I came here, I had this like big show, so I invited all my family, my friends, my uncles, and everyone. The dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Pets should be in shows, actually. So, at what point in your life did you start writing and recording your own music?
I started writing music when I started high school, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just writing music, I guess, and then I was like, okay, now I need to actually record them so I can have them saved in my computer. So that's how I started recording them, and then yeah, that started building up until now, which I try to write a song every week just to practice my songwriting and producing skills. So yeah, it started when I was in high school. I mean, officially in high school. Yeah.
So, you write a song every week and you're in school. So, how do you balance that out?
Oh yeah, I have to organize myself very good. At the beginning, during summer and all of those times, it's great. I have time to, even write 3 songs a week. Once sometimes it happens something like that. But during school, uh, well, it's interesting because I go to class to kind of like steal the chord progressions that the teachers say. I was like, oh, that sounds nice. I'm gonna use it in my music. So I go back to my room and try to work on the homework and kind of that apply it to my music in a weird way. But yeah, it works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. When I don't write a song a week, I feel very bad with myself. So yeah, it's very serious for me to write a song.
That's awesome. How do you approach songwriting? Like, what do you wish to transmit to your listeners through your lyrics?
A lot of things. Like sometimes when I write music, I see something that starts repeating, like a story or like a feeling, and I feel like that couple of songs, if you put them together, they're gonna hopefully tell a story. So it can be anything from like an actual feeling that I had to a made up story, or to something that might happen sometime, like the future, or like something technology or whatever. It's just when I write music, the cool thing about writing music is that you can do anything you want. So writing a song every week um, gives me the chance to experiment as much as I can. So it doesn't really matter what I'm writing about. I just want to try different ideas, and hopefully at the end I can have a pair of songs that talk about the same topic and put them together and make transmit those emotions together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to keep like the flow going.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, going back to instruments, you play a lot of instruments and also you perform solo. So, what's your experience like performing with a lot of instruments and also being alone? So you got to like manage all of that.
Well, first, I'm so nervous before. I don't have anyone to rely on. So, bands are like, yeah, they give like a hug before they go on stage. I don't have anyone, so I'm like dying by myself. But the first time that I did it went horrible because I didn't know like anything about how to do it by myself. But as I started playing, I said, okay, maybe this instrument shouldn't be in the set when I play. Maybe I should do this instead of that. So at the end, I just started playing guitar, piano, singing, and using my computer. And basically, well, right now it's been working well. So yeah, but it's kind of hard to be by myself and surviving. But I'm doing it. So yeah.
That's awesome. What inspired the ghost character?
The ghost. So I wanted something that people could identify me with. A lot of people, when you go and watch people play, you see like something that repeats all the time. It's like, okay, how many people can play guitar and sing? Like, let's be honest, how many bands, So I needed something that was different. Even if I was just gonna be standing up and singing or playing guitar, I needed something to like, wow, like that's actually different. So at the beginning, I remember I had a ghost in my closet or something. I was like, I can use it and it has potential. I just have to find a meaning. Like at the beginning, it was just like basically it was just a blanket like that, and I was like, I need to use that. And so I told my mother. My mom made a cool version of it. It has like the arms and everything. So, and yeah, so that's how we started. I don't wear it throughout the whole show because I want people to actually see that I'm a person. And yeah, I'm not a ghost. I don't want to scare them. And yeah, so then the meaning came afterwards, and it was just really, the meaning has been evolving since I had my first idea. I was like, it can be this, it can be this. So I think I'm kind of still working because it can take a lot of shapes and a lot of meanings. But right now it will be all like the weaknesses and all the things that I don't like about myself will be portrayed as the ghost. and it's kind of because it's on top of me, like it's kind of all over me, so it's like killing me every time that I think about those things that I don't like.
That's figurative. I like that. So, at what point does the ghost come out in your performances?
Oh, it's a surprise. Ooh.
Okay,
Yes.
that's cool. So it
No,
kinda,
no,
like, changes up.
no. It starts at the beginning because the first song when you play in a new place is very important because that's when if you play in front of people that don't know you, that's gonna be their first reaction to your set. So if they don't like you the first time, they're gonna just turn around and keep on doing what they're doing. So it's very important to have the first strong song and performance. So that's why during the first part of the show I wear the ghost to scare them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
strategic.
Yes.
So what are your most memorable performances? As I know you performed in different cities and countries. Can you tell us about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So I guess I'll go to the first one just because the first one, it's the where everything started. But some of the ones that I did in Mexico, I think the last one before I left to Chicago, I remember my family went, and like there was a lot of people, and I felt very, very happy. Like it was just a very cool performance when I play there. And of course, when I came here, I mean, a couple of shows that I opened to some performers that were coming here, and they needed an opening act, so that was kind of a cool thing. And another memorable will be when I played in Quebec in Canada. I went to it was part of a school thing. I mean, the intention was not to go and play music. It was like a French month of learning, and they had this talent show, and I was like, yeah, I need to play. So I played there. And last summer I went to Europe, and I played in London as well. So that was like a cool thing because it was all of the sudden. That's a cool thing. It just happened like that. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like I'm gonna go to Europe to play. It was a family vacation. I was very mad. I didn't want to go because I wanted to play. But at the end, it turned out very good. So yeah,
That's
that's some
awesome.
of the cool ones.
Did you like notice like the different types of crowds? Like, do they all have like a different type of energy?
Yeah, and it depends as well because, like, for example, when I play in Quebec, it was in front of students, so like the students were very hyped and were like, "Yeah, we were just want to party." And when I played in London, it was like more of a bar slash pub open mic thing. So like it was a different, people went to drink and things like that. They still liked it, but it just feels different. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It just feels different. And playing in front of my family, of course, they're gonna be screaming the whole time, right? So that's the difference.
That's beautiful. So that brings me to, remembering the idea that you write music from your room and then you perform in front of people. How do you feel about that energy shift, since it's like first you're alone producing, and then you're like exposed showing a crowd what you just did in your
Yeah, I
room?
hope they don't laugh about the quality of my things. Because when I play, most of the times there's other bands, there's other people performing, and it's not that well produced. I'm not like a producer, so I hope they don't laugh or whatever, or they just start talking like, oh, it's not very well or whatever. So, but yeah, it's a challenge. Yeah, every time, like before a show, like for example yesterday, I was working very hard to put like everything that's gonna happen right now. So yeah, I mean at the end it's just I hope like really they like it, because I really lock myself and I'm suffering there and like trying to really make it sound good. So yeah.
Awesome. So in your song Fading, you talk about the troubles of like basically confronting yourself and losing yourself in your head, which I think is really strong. And considering like the age where we are at, we're very similar in age. And I feel like that's a strong topic. Can you tell me like what was going on in your life when you wrote that song, or perhaps what
Yeah, I
inspired
mean,
it?
I think I was 18 or 17 when I wrote it, so definitely have different views right now with the song. Now that I'm 20, like 3 years apart. But when I was writing with the song, it was really like, there's a lot of things that I don't like about myself, and I feel there's a lot of people that can compare to that, like that feeling of, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at this, I don't like this. I look to the mirror and I just see all the bad things about myself instead of looking to the positive things. Even if the song doesn't say literally like the good things about yourself, it was that pain and that struggle of like, I really don't like this and this and this, and but it's, at the same time, it's trying to get away from those thoughts and trying to think positive about yourself. So and the term fading, I used it. It went pretty well with the ghost type of thing. So that's why I use the ghost in that song as well. And yeah,
Yeah, I really like that song. Like I mentioned, it
thanks.
kind of, it's like when you're exiting teenagehood and kind of going into adulthood, you
Yeah, yeah. There's
feel
a lot
like,
of natural questions that
yeah,
everyone has when they're in that stage in life.
for sure. And also, in your song "Stay for Me," there's a line that says, "Some songs were made for cash, and others songs come from the heart."
Yeah.
Yeah, so that song, well, that phrase reminds me a lot of where the music industry's at now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the component of the
Yeah.
song has to do with that. What do you hope to see in the music industry?
What I hope to see in the music industry. I don't know. I mean, that's a very interesting question. I didn't even thought about that one. I mean, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of artists and a lot of bands that are trying to make it through, and I feel like we are right now under layer, like under the clouds, trying to break and like get on top of that. And I mean, I just hope that hopefully pairing up with good people and um, and just like giving the best, really like be able to break through the mist and be able to the music industry kind of accept my music, because at the same time my music is not really like radio. Well, I don't feel it's radio like worthy. Like I sometimes I write songs longer than 3 minutes, and I'm like, this is not gonna be playing on the radio ever, and things like that. So, but no, I mean, there's always space for. It doesn't matter what type of music you do. There's always space. There's always people that will like that. So it doesn't matter. I mean, most of the time when I wrote this song, I was like thinking, what should I write? Like, should I write like music that my friends are hearing, because like that's completely different from the things that I'm writing, or should I just stick with what I'm writing? So that's like a very very strong argument that I have with myself. But at the end, there's always people that are gonna listen to your music. You just have to find them. Maybe they're not around you, but they might be somewhere. So yeah, I hope my music can expand, and hopefully someone can listen to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Considering that, like, what you mentioned, it's like really strong that, like, the music being heard, it's kind of just, not very well thought about when it's being written. So,
Yeah, I mean, well, at the same time, it can be well thought. Yeah, but yeah, I know what
I mean,
I
in
get what you're
regards to,
saying.
like, its
Yeah,
influence,
no, yeah,
Yeah.
I know, because there's yeah, I know what you're
For
saying.
sure.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
yeah.
don't worry.
So your experience of being an independent artist, you manage yourself. What's that like?
It's interesting because when they tell me that, like, I never thought about it that way. I'm just like working with myself, and like I never stopped to think like, whoa, I'm actually managing myself. I'm doing all by myself. It's just like I'm too concentrated in those things that I really don't even think that I'm doing it. But now that I think about it, it's kind of interesting. Like it's like I'm doing all those things. Like I'm writing. I have to like think about like social media things, and I have to think about this and this. But thankfully, right now I'm paired up with my good managers, Ustin, who's not here, and Denise. Um, so I hope we can get better with those two people helping me out. Yeah.
Cool. And going back a little bit to songwriting, what elements are essential to creating content for a song? In regards to like your music, since there's a lot of shift of topics that you
Yeah.
touch, like your
Mhm.
grandpa, you get personal,
Yeah.
and then you talk about like just music and
Yeah. Well, what I said before, like there's no rules that you can write about anything you want. So the thing is like I have to be comfortable with the at the end when I end recording a song. I it's really hard to say like, because you can keep on like making it better and better and better, but you're never gonna finish. So there's a time when you have to let it go and like say, okay, this is the song and this is how it's gonna be. So you have to accept it, kind of like that. But there's important elements like the lyrics. I mean, um, I'm very very concentrated with the content and the lyrics that I say. I don't want to say something that can be thought of something else, not necessarily in a bad way, but I want to have my message very clear. Like I remember one of my roommates actually was telling me there's this author of a book who wrote this book where he literally like was like have each sentence he was rereading them, and he rewrote them like in 20 different ways of how to say that sentence, and then he chose like which one works better. So I think, I mean, that's a very hard job to do, like even with every sentence of like 300 pages. So I thought about it, like maybe I should spend a little more time like concentrating like with what I want to say and then really say it in a good way. And musically is just really trying to create. That's another world as well. You have to be very creative because, like creating something, it's very hard because most of the times you're gonna end up somewhere where someone has already been there before. So you really have to be very creative. It's hard right now, so you have to really think outside the box.
Yeah, those are good reflections to help your music evolve. What artists and musicians inspire your music or you as a person in general?
Um, okay, so I have inspirations from not only musicians. I think it's just like from everything that I can see a positive thing. I say like that's something that inspires me not only as an artist, as a musician, but as a person as well. So, I mean, for music, I think I started listening to what my parents used to listen to, which was like 80s things and 90s, which was all in English. So that's why I also write music in English. And I never thought about like, well, it's not that I don't want to write music in Spanish. It just has never happened. I keep saying like if it happens, I'm just gonna accept it. But yeah, like my parents are a huge inspiration, and you know like some other you know authors as well, and yeah, I mean musicians like from every genre, even my classmates at school, they're kind of inspiration. Like I wanna be able to do those things. So I try to get inspiration from everything that I see, even from this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talking about language, you speak 3 languages. What are they?
I speak, well, my first language is español, así que hablo español. I speak English, and I speak French. Je parle français.
Awesome. And then, you know, you just mentioned that like if you incorporate those languages in your music, it will just happen. But do you kind of plan maybe of doing that soon?
Nah, I'm very spontaneous, I think. So I'm not like planning like I have to write a song. It's just like if one day I sit down and all of a sudden I start writing in Italian or whatever, you know, I'm just gonna say, okay, this is gonna be the song. But yeah, those thoughts are always in my head. Sometimes thinking about like, maybe I should write music in Spanish because my family's always like, well, it's very cool and we really like your music, but when are you gonna start writing in Spanish so you can stay in Mexico and be with us all the time? And I'm like, yeah, well, someday it will happen, maybe. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you have coming up? Do you have any shows? Any?
Yes, I have a show for, well, if you're familiar with Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, I have a show next Friday, which is part of my university, Columbia College. And I'm going to be playing there and celebrating Day of the Dead at the same time. So, I mean, if anyone wants to go, they have it. They can follow me on social media, just send me a message through there. And then, yeah, you should go and check it out. If you don't want, then it's okay as well.
What is your social media?
So you want to go to Instagram, and it's Adam Stone. I am Adam Stone. Yes. And Facebook, Adam Stone, YouTube, Adam Stone. Yeah. Yes.
Cool. So to switch it up a little bit, if you could meet any classical horror monster, who would you meet and why?
Monster? My manager, Denise. No, it's no. So, you said again, sorry, I get distracted. So,
no, it's fine. If you could meet any classical horror monster, who would it be?
Monster.
Or if it's not classical, it's cool too. Like any monster.
Just a monster.
Yeah, since you know it's spooky season.
It's spooky. It's spooky. I mean, I thought of one, but it's not spooky. Like someone from Monsters Inc. Maybe, you know, like.
You know, that might be spooky for some people.
Yeah, for my sister maybe. Yeah. No. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yes, I don't know, like Mike Wazowski maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that would be cool. I guess he's a cool green ball.
Cool. What are your favorite snacks?
Favorite snacks? I love chips, fuego. from, but I know those only are in Mexico.
Like Takis? Do you like Takis?
I eat everything.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us, Adam. And remember that you are listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio, broadcasting live from Yollocalli in Little Village with La Mesita. And my name is Nine, and this is Adam Stone.
I'm Adam Stone. And
also, before we head out, I just want to remind you all that Teen Night is happening again at the National Museum of Mexican Art. Chill Set is back, so don't miss out. And check it out November 8th from 6 to 10 p.m. RSVP so we can have enough food for you all. And shout out to the wonderful team, La Mesita Productions back there, you know. And
yes, they've been doing a very good job. Yeah, round of applause for them, yes. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you again. It was such a wonderful time. And stay tuned for a live performance from Adam Stone.
It's called Fading. It's called Fading. My good friends from Yollocalli, you wanna use your hand? Lately I am not the one I used to be, 'cause I am doing things that ain't good for me. It's my little kid that you used to know, that I used to know has a devil's soul. So I won't do it again. You see me falling again, see me falling in the same story every day. I'm fading, you're taking over me. I'm fading away when I looked at the mirror. I don't know who I am. If I'm not the one I used to be, then who I am, I'm writing feelings that nobody understands. But I'm trying to set myself from the things inside my head, trying to get away from these voices, but I just don't think I can. They're stronger than me, and I am too afraid to lose myself inside my head, 'cause it's full of scary laments. I'm fading, you're taking over me. I'm fading away when I look to the mirror. I don't know who I am. No. Listen, allow me to live from this sentence, because when I'm standing in your presence, you tell me there's somebody that I don't know. You tell me there's somebody out of control. You're taking possession of my mind. You're facing everything that lies inside. The shadows that keep me awake and not coming back to life. I swear that they're pulling me from the back. Is anybody out there that feels the same way? 'Cause from the people I know, nobody feels the same way, not even my best friend. Or maybe it was intended to feel this way. I'm the relentless. Take this statement, copy, paste it, and tell me you feel the same way. I'm fading, you know, fade. I'm fading, you know, fade. I'm fading, you know, fade. I'm fading. Thank you. This song is called Every Day. Try to bring me down, saying things that burn a man like me. But don't you know I'm already on the ground for all the things that break a man like me. These people keep pulling me down, and I don't know how to turn things around, 'cause my mind is too weak. Think positive, fight every single one that is surrounding me. I don't know why I was chosen to live like this.
every day, every day, every day. And I don't know why pain always follows me. He's my best friend, but that's okay, 'cause he's always there for me. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just a day. There's nothing I can do, 'cause every day is just a please don't think for me. I can't think for myself. It's sadly you live inside my brain, so I kneel down and I'll do as you say. I heard you say there's no other way to put an end to these problems and washing me away, taking me away. I want to be free, not live with this pain. And I don't know why I was chosen to live like this. Every day, every day, every day. And I don't know why pain always follows me. He's my best friend, but that's okay, 'cause he's always there for me. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just a day. There's nothing I can do, 'cause every day is just the same. I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm a stuck here. I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm a stuck here of, I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm a stuck here of pain. I'm stuck here. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just the same. Every day, every day, every day is just a day. There's nothing I can do, 'cause every day is just the same. Thank you. It's called Accident. It was an accident, no, but why do you run? It was an accident, no. It was an accident, no, but why do you run? It was an accident, no. On the 30th day of the 7th month, a nameless kid was born. And few of us know, 'cause nobody told, but that little kid did not have a home. The truth was unspoken for days. He had never seen the face, but that's the reason he's alive today. He just wants to know why they ran away. Why did you run away? Why did you run away? It was an accident, no, but why do you run? It was an accident, no. 17th day of the 8th month, spending his days on his own. He was always born as a ghost, for nobody noticed him and his toy. The truth was unspoken for days. He had never seen the face, but that's the reason he's alive today. He just wants to know why they ran away. Why did you run away? Why did you run away? 'It was an accident, no, but why did you run? It was an accident, no, but why did you run? No, it was an accident. Why did you run? It was an accident, no. 19 years from today, I wrote this in my birthday. And though I don't know your face, I hope we can meet someday. This one's called Puzzle Piece. Rompecabezas. I'm choking with my own problems. I'm drowning inside my head. You're not to decide in me. No, there's no need that I don't wait. Still every piece of me is breaking down like a puzzle piece. I can't find no prosperity. I'm breaking down like a puzzle piece. I want to wake up dead. No, I want to kill my head. No, but what else can I do? You're red inside my mind. If I fight then I'll cry, but if I don't then I'll die. I will break it down like a puzzle piece. Break it down like a puzzle piece. Break it down like a puzzle piece. I'm fighting with my own problems. I'm swimming inside my head. Yeah, I did exaggerate. No, there's no need to hide away. Still every piece of me is breaking down like a puzzle piece. I can't find no prosperity. Breaking down like a puzzle piece. Want to wake up dead. No, I want to kill my head. No, but what else can I do? You're red inside my mind. If I fight then I'll cry, but if I don't then I'll die. I will break it down like a puzzle piece. Break it down like a puzzle piece. through your head inside my mind. If I fight then I'll cry, but if I don't then I'll die. I'll break it down like a puzzle piece. I break it down like a puzzle piece. Break it down like a puzzle piece. Thank you.
This song is called More Than Friends. And it goes a little something like this. That rhymed.
Like the way your hair falls down to your neck, and I don't care if you say you don't look good today. The times you accidentally hold my hand makes me feel like a better man. You don't have to leave tonight. We can stay up and I can be by your side. Up and listen to your favorite songs and forget about what life has done wrong. 'Cause if you stay, forget all the bad things that anyone has said to you. With me, you don't have to be afraid. You know I'm gonna be there. Sometimes I wish we could be more than friends. It's hard for me to deal with your summer stories. Then being ever been makes a man feel weak. We can work it out tonight. On your side I can hold you tight. Say for once that you are on mine, I guess that will make me feel alright. 'Cause if you stay, you can forget all the bad things that anyone has said to you. With me, you don't have to be afraid. You know I'm gonna be there. But sometimes I wish we could be more than friends. Oh, 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 oh. Guess if you stay, then you can forget all the bad things that anyone has said to you. And me, you don't have to be afraid. You know I'm gonna be there. But sometimes I wish we could be more than friends. 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 Thank you.
Very good. So this is my last song. Thanks for Yollocalli for inviting me to the great team and my managers as well. Yeah, so this is called Bright. I hope you like it. I'm not one of yours, I got my own vision. I write my own thoughts, I turn them into rapping songs. I don't follow music sheets, I have my own. I don't follow bad directors, like to work in my behavior. I write what I think, I sing what I feel. I scream when I feel that singing is enough to battle this. All thoughts get ahead of me, speeding on the paper, seldom at a Christianation. I'll end up in the maze. You think you are on the top of the world, but I'm going up and I'm taking you down. You don't know what falling means. Now you will, 'cause I am bringing you down. I'll take you off your chair, set afire what's left from your head. Someday you'll see my name shining bright, bright like your head. You don't know me, but you can judge me. You can judge my voice and you can judge my song. So call me sentimental, like to call it inspirational. I don't do it for the money, I do it 'cause to worry while you sitting down, tired of work. I lock myself with a guitar, writing songs against you. I think that's be part of my life, and now that they are trying to take my mind. You think you are on the top of the world, but I'm going up and I'm taking you down. You don't know what falling means, but now you know, 'cause I am bringing you down. I'll take you off your chair, set fire what's left from your head. Someday you'll see my name shining bright your head. From your head, and someday you'll see my name shining bright like your hair. Thank you. Yes, thank you.